So let us start with the introduction of this Power BI, and gradually we'll go to the next level on this Power BI. So Power BI, actually we have two basic types of Power BIs. Of course, I will tell you how this Power BI has been evaluated. First, how this Power BI has been evaluated. Before Power BI, I think Power BI last only for only, I think it's only, this is the, maybe the 11th, this June 29th will be the 11th year of this Power BI. Power BI has been started only in 2015, 29th June. That's all. It has been only 10 years old. Before Power BI, still people are using this. Can you tell me what is the tool we used for creating a reports? Of course, we are using Excel. We are using Excel for creating a report. In Excel, we have a specific tool for creating a report. What is the tool? Any idea? Pivot. So we'll use a tool called as pivot. Very good. So based on how many tables can we create a pivot? Based on how many tables? Suppose I have two tables. One sheet I have one table. Another sheet I have another table. Based on two tables, can I create a report? How? That is, I'm saying in pivot. You are seeing the next level. In normal pivot, we cannot do it, correct? With one pivot table, you cannot do it. So for that, we have a feature called as, that's what he is speaking about, Power Pivot, using the data model of the Power Pivot. So from 2000 until 2007, we had only pivot. From 2010, they have added this feature called as Power Pivoting. And to clean up your data, to transform your data, to convert your data into a proper data. These are all the tools available in Microsoft Excel. I'm not saying it's in Power BI. We have a tool called as Power. And we had a tool. Now we don't have this tool. This tool was removed as of now. We had a tool that is called as Power View. We had a tool to make a dashboard. To create a dashboard, we had a tool that is called as Power View. Combination of all the tools, as I told in 2015, Microsoft has added this tool that is Power BI. BI stands for Business Intelligence. Two AIs are very popular nowadays. One is AI and BI. AI is Artificial Intelligence, BI is Business Intelligence. In Power BI, we have two types of Power BI. One is Power BI, actually three, but basic we are going to see only two. Power BI Desktop. And there is one more thing called as Power BI Services. Power BI Desktop, it's totally free of cost. Just go to app.powerbi.com, microsoft.com. You can go to this Power BI Desktop, download this Power BI Desktop, start using this Power BI Desktop, creating a report, create a dashboard, you can data modeling, you can do anything. But only thing is you cannot publish this Power BI. Power BI cannot be published online. Suppose I want to share this report to someone else, then you have to publish your report, then you have to share it to others, which is not possible. If you want to publish, then you have to go for this Power BI services. Here the licensing appears. As I told, this Power BI Desktop, no licensing, nothing is required. It is totally free of cost. Go to app.powerbi.com and download the Power BI Desktop and start using the Power BI Desktop. You can sign in, you can log in, you can create a report, you can do anything, but the only thing is you cannot publish and you cannot send it to others. There are two types of publishing. One is publishing within yourself, another one is publishing and sharing to others, which is not possible if you are using free version of this Power BI. So for that, you need this Power BI service where it comes the licensing part. There are two types of licensing: professional licensing and premium licensing. We'll talk about that later. I believe all of you, most of you have seen, I think very few out of the so many training sessions, I think I have seen only 4 or 5 people are using the premium license. Most of them are using pro license, professional license here. So we'll talk about that license later. Okay. So only thing is to use this Power BI Desktop, you should have the corporate email ID. What is that corporate email ID? You should not have the email ID of Google, Gmail, Outlook, that's not allowed. You have to use only the corporate email. Maybe your name at your company name.com or whatever. So I think you are all having the corporate email and you have the licensing also. Now, as of now, to use Power BI Desktop, no need for licensing, nothing. As I told, it's just free of cost. Go to Power BI Desktop and you can download it and start using it. So we are going to start with the Power BI Desktop now. So services, by today evening, we'll see what is that services. So we are going to start with this Power BI Desktop. Okay. Right. Professional version and premium version. We will talk about that later. So before that, we should have created a report in desktop. Then we have to send the report to services. Then we'll understand what is this pro and what is this premium. As of now, let us start with Power BI Desktop. I think most of you has already installed, everyone has already installed Power BI Desktop. So let me start with this. I'll go to the search box and I can type Power BI Desktop now. Yes. So I have this Power BI Desktop. It's an application. It's an offline software. Power BI Services is an online. So for creating a report dashboard, online is not required. So let me open this Power BI Desktop. Every month you will have an update. Normally they will not give the update in December month due to Christmas and New Year. Microsoft will not launch a version in December. Sometimes they may not launch in January. I think this year we may get it in January. The latest version is November 2025. We'll see that version. This is my welcome screen, first screen. On the first screen, this is my home area where I can see this is a home where there is an option of selecting the source to select the blank report. And you can start the blank report similar to Excel. You can start with the blank worksheet, same like here, blank work report. And there is something called as one leg Excel workbook SQL server. I will explain that later. And you know what is this? Recently opened file will be displayed here. And this also you can open the recently opened file. On the right hand side top, you should get your name. If you are getting the name, that means you have signed in. If you are not getting the name, you should sign in. Please sign in if it is not signed in. The same email ID password which you use it for your Microsoft Word, Excel and PowerPoint. When you log into Microsoft Word, Excel and PowerPoint Outlook, you will be using the username password. Same username password can be used to log in the Power BI. I think you are already logged in. And right hand side, of course, you know it. That is sign out means coming out, signing out of this account. Options and settings, that is backstage. I will explain what is that options and settings. About. This is where we are going to find out the version of Power BI. So when I click on about, what will happen is automatically it will open a blank report. On a blank report, it will show you the about screen. It will open the about screen. That's the method number one. Or you can open the blank report and you can click on about also. Both are same. So let me try the first one. For example, I will click on this about now. When I click on the about, yes, it opens a blank report. You can see a blank report is opened here. On the top, there is a blank report. And here you can see it shows the version of Power BI. So this is method number one to see the Power BI version. Method number two. Method number two, you can see on the help. When I click on the help, the first option available here, about. This also shows me what is the version of Power BI. So go to help and click on the about. We'll see the version. I think it's November 2025. Anyone who is having lesser than March, April 25, 24? No one. February 25. Okay. As I told, today we will manage. Try to upgrade it by today evening or tomorrow morning maximum. Try to upgrade. Some of the formatting, some of the visuals are new. Early days the formatting is different and now the formatting has changed. Maybe you will not get this button. Overall, using the February version, you may not get a new option available on the left hand side. TMDL may not be there. I will tell you what is the TMDL. Okay. So September, October, November, no issues. February, you may have some changes. As I told, try overall using February or older version, try to upgrade it. First, today we can manage. Maybe tomorrow, I think, try to upgrade it to the latest version. Okay, right. So this is how I checked the version. Now I have seen into the main screen. Let me start with the introduction of this Power BI, and gradually you'll go to the next level of this Power BI. On the top, you can see your file name and your software name and this entire area available, which we call it as, that one is search bar, but the entire area, that entire area put together, we call this as title bar. On the left hand side of the title bar, save, undo, redo. But as of now, you cannot customize this save, undo and redo like how do we do it in Excel. Excel, you can customize this quad. This area, you can customize it in quad. But unfortunately, in Power BI, as of now, we cannot customize. Only 3 options are available. This area, we call it as quad. Quad means quick access toolbar. And this whole area put together, file, home, insert, modeling. This whole area put together, we call this as ribbons. Why I am explaining this at the first session itself is maybe today and tomorrow, I will say click on the ribbon, click on the quad, click on the office button, click on the insert tab. You should understand which is the tab, which is the ribbon, which is the quad. That's why I'm explaining this on the first session itself. And whatever I'm explaining now, it's not only for Power BI, it's common for all the Microsoft Office tool. It can be Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, Access, Project, any tools. So this whole area is a ribbon. On that, the first one available, that is file. There is a file available here. This is called as Office button. Office button is backstage of your office. If you want to do something on the backstage, if you want to do some changes on the backstage, then we can use this backstage. This is office button. And each item available here, there is a insert, home, insert, modeling, each item available here, which we call it as tab. Home is a tab, insert is a tab, modeling is a tab, and a special tab will appear whenever you do some new thing. Maybe I don't know whether we will explore more today, but we will try. There will be a special tab whenever you create some measures. There is something called as measures and DAX. When you go for measures and DAX, we'll see what is that measures and DAX. A special tab will appear here. A special tab will appear. That special tab will change based on the content. Content-wise, it will keep on changing. That's why it's called as contextual tab. What is contextual tab means? Based on the content, the tab will keep on changing. That's why it's called as contextual tab. Okay. Can I close this screen? Below the tab, suppose I will go to this contextual tab. Below the tab, this one, clipboard. There is a clipboard, there is a data, there is a query. These are all called as group. Clipboard is a group, data is a group, query is the group. And each item available above the group. For example, this one, get data, and each one available here. This is called as, so this one we call this as comments. Each item available called as comment. So today or tomorrow I will say go to the home tab. Under the home tab, go to the group of data. Above the data of group of data, you can see there is a command button called as get data. So this is how we will use it. Not only in Power BI, this is common for all the tools in the Microsoft world. Excel, Word, PowerPoint, Outlook, Access, Project, or anything. So we have a short recap. On the top, you can see your file name and your software name available, which we call it as title bar. Left hand side of the title bar, 3 or 4 buttons available here. Quad, Abbreviation for got is quick access toolbar, and this whole area put together we call it as ribbon. The first one on the ribbon, file, office button, very good. Home insert and modeling are tab. A special tab will appear here, that is called as contextual tab, and all the other things available here is group, and under the group there is some buttons available which we call it as commands. Superb. On the left hand side you can see 5 views. If you are using the old version, maybe February, I believe you may be using only 4 views will be there. If you are all using the February version, you may get only 4 views. No worries. Anyway, to TMDL, we are not going to see it today. We will be seeing only in the second level of Power BI. First view, the view number 1. So this is first view, that is your report view. You can see there is a first view called as report view. This is the view for creating your report. In this view only we are going to create all our reports. This is the where we are going to create all our visuals. Okay. Yes. So you are going to create all your visuals and all your reports here. In this area only we are going to create our visuals and our reports. Second one. This is your data view, table view. This is where we are going to see our table or a data. When you import the data, I want to see the data, I want to see the table in a table format. You can use this data view or a table view. Third one. This one is your model view. Something else. This one is your model view. Model is where we are going to create our relationship between multiple tables. To create a relationship between the multiple tables, we'll use this model view. Then DAX. There is something called as DAX. What is this DAX? DAX. DAX stands for Data Analysis and Expression. In Excel, where do we create our formulas and functions? In Excel, we will create a formulas and function under FX. Correct? Under FX, we will create the formulas and functions. Similarly, if you want to create a formula and function in Power BI, we will use this DAX. Time permits, we will see about the DAX time permits, because DAX will be covered in our second level only. But still, time permits, we at least, if you are fast enough, we will try to cover 1 or 2 DAX, maybe by today, tomorrow evening. Not today. Today it's impossible to create a DAX. Probably tomorrow we'll try to create some DAX. When the DAX is required, how to create a DAX? We'll see that. And there is something called as TMDL. TMDL. Anyway, we are not going to use the TMDL. So this relationship modeling, to create a relationship between the multiple table, just by dragging and dropping, you can create a relationship. But sometimes I want to create a relationship using a coding. Like a software engineer, you want to do a coding here. So TMDL. Table, model, data, language. So with this only, you are going to create a relationship between the multiple tables. If you want to create a relationship between the multiple tables, you have to know some Python language or some coding to do this. Unfortunately, as I told, we are not going to see it. It's a new feature. We can create a relationship using the model itself. And once again, I will note it down. This one is your report view. So this is where you are going to create our report. Report and visuals. And this one is our table view. Table. So where you can see our table and you can see your data here. Okay. So 5 types of views available. 100% first 2 views we will see it in the first session itself. Third view maybe we'll see it by today evening or tomorrow. Fourth view, time permits, by tomorrow evening we'll see it. TMDL, unfortunately we are not going to see it in this session. That will be covered only in the second level. The two more of codings. So fifth view we are not going to see it. Other 4 views we'll expose. First 3 views 100% we are going to see. So these are all the 5 types of view. And we have 2 types of layout. 2 types of layout. Where is the 2 types of layout? You can see on the bottom there is 2 types of layout. Desktop layout and mobile layout. How you are going to present this report? I am going to send this report to my colleague, my peer members, my team persons. I want to send this report to someone else. How they are going to view the report? Whether they are going to view the report in a desktop like this, or they are going to view a report in a mobile or in a tab. If they are viewing in a mobile, how should be your layout? If they are seeing it in a tab, if you are seeing in the desktop, how should be your layout? If I open a same website in a different thing, you will get a different layout, correct? Suppose your company website, if I open your company website in a desktop, your layout will be different. Same company website, if I open it in a mobile, your layout will be different, correct? Same thing, you can set a layout. Don't worry, one click you can set the layout. It's not required to struggle a lot. One click you can change the layout. We'll see how to change the layout. And Excel is a workbook which will have list of sheets. PowerPoint is a presentation which will have list of slides. Power BI is a reporting tool. Power BI is a report which will have list of pages. You can see page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4. You will have list of pages like a sheets in Excel, like a slides in PowerPoint. We'll have a pages in Power BI. We'll see how to add some pages. By default, you will have only 1 pages. We'll see how to add some multiple pages also. Page 1. And this area, technically we have a name for this area. The technical name for this area, we call this as canvas. The technical name for this area, the whole area, we call it as canvas. In slide, we call it as a layout. In PowerPoint, here we call it as a canvas. And in canvas, there are 3 areas of dotted lines. You can see on the left hand side, there is a dot. Right hand side also, you can see a dot. On the bottom also, you can see some dots. And even you will see the dots on the top also. But unfortunately, now it's not visible. We'll see how to make it as visible. When you change the alignment, the visible, you can see dotted lines will be there on the top also. What is this dotted line indicates? I think you would have seen this dotted line in Word, Excel and PowerPoint also. Margins, very good. This is margins. Within margin, you can create a report. This is margins. We'll see how to align the margin, how to change the margin. The topic we'll see later. Okay. So this is our canvas. And you can see 3 tabs are available on the right hand side. 3 tabs. Tab number 1. Filter. Tab number 2. Visualization. Tab number 3. Data. One by one I will explain. First, filter. Under filter, we have 3 types of filtering. Assume I am creating a visual. I have created a chart, bar chart, line chart. I have created customer wise, what is my total sales. I have hundreds of customers, but I don't want to see all the 100 customers in one screen. I want only the top 10 customers. Only the top 10 customers. I want to filter a particular visual. So if you want to filter only the particular visual, first thing, filter a visual. There is an option called as filter a visual. And I have created a report, entire report. I have created 10 reports in this 10 chart in this page. In this page, I have created 10 charts. Out of this, I want all the charts should be filtered for a particular year. If I select 2025, all the 10 charts should be filtered for 2025. So then we have an option of filter on page. You can filter a particular page. So if I click on particular page, the particular page will get filtered. And I have 20 pages. Assume that I have 20, 30 pages or hundreds of pages here, multiple pages. one product, I stopped manufacturing that product, and that product should not appear in any of the pages. Any of the pages, that product should not appear. I want to filter that project from my entire report, throughout all the report, 10 pages, 20 pages. So filter all pages. There is an option called as filter all pages. So 3 types of filtering. Filter a particular visual, filter on a page, filter all the pages. So 3 types of filter, which is not possible when you are using some normal tool like Excel. You can filter a table. Yes, sir.
Is there any possibility 20 pages?
Ah.
Select particular things in pages.
For that, we can use some other feature like a synchronization of slicer. You can put a slicer. That slicer should be synchronized only with 15 pages. 5 pages, it will not get synchronized. That's a different topic. But this one is for all the pages. Okay. So 3 types of filtering: filter a visual, filter one page, filter all the pages. Okay, we'll see. As I told, I have 20 pages. Only 10 pages has to be filtered. 10 pages should not get filtered. That process is called a synchronization of slicer. We'll see that. Here we cannot use it. That's a different process. Then visualization. Below the visualization, once again we have 3 options. First one, build visual. This is the area where we are going to insert a visual. Using this only, we are going to insert a visual. After inserting a visual, I want to format a visual. Changing the color, changing the format, so many other things. If you want to format a visual, then you can go for the second one. This is for formatting your visual. Third, analyzing a visual. Unfortunately, that's not available now. You can see there is no button, but we have a space available here. Here, you will get one more button appearing here, which is for analyzing your visual. What does mean by analyzing? I can fix a target, forecasting. Suppose my 10-month sales is going like this. How will be my 11th month? How will be my 11th month production? I want to forecast it. Then we can use this analysis.
When this will pop up?
When you create some visual. All the visual you cannot use forecasting. Some visual you can use. Pie chart you cannot forecast. When you create a line chart, bar chart, we can forecast it. So when you use some particular chart, then you will get that button. As of now, it's invisible because there is no visual created. Okay. Below that insert, we have several options. We will explore one by one. The last one is your data. So here you will see all your data. That means all your column, whatever the data you are importing, all your column headings will be displayed here. All your column headings will be displayed. Like how you see it in Excel. When you create an Excel pivot table, all your column names will be displayed here. We have to drag and drop and we'll create a report in Excel. Like all your column headings will be displayed. You have to drag and drop and you have to create a report. So this is where you will see all your column heading which we have imported. The last one, of course, everyone are aware of this. The last one, the final one on the bottom, you can see here. Plus and minus, which is used for increase or decrease the zoom percent. If you want to increase or decrease the zoom percent, you can use this plus and minus. Okay. That's it about the introduction. What are all the elements, what are all the components, and what are all the options available in Power BI. Clear? Any questions?
Sir, one more field is also co-pilot.
Copilot is part of your home tab. It is available under the home tab. That's not a separate one, sir. It's a part of your home tab. Copilot is not a separate one. It's part of your tabs. Copilot is, of course, we'll see how to use Copilot. Your Copilot licensing for Power BI? Everyone? There is some credits also. Every month you have to use this type of, this number of, even if you use any AI tool, All the AI tools are not 100% free. Even if you go to ChatGPT or anything, after a particular limit, you cannot use it, correct? Same like you have some credit limits for your Copilot also. I don't know whether you are aware of that credit limits. We'll check. I will tell you how to check that credit limit also. We'll see that later part. Copilot, we'll see 1 or 2 options in Copilot before, but that can be done after importing, after creating some visuals. Okay. Any other things, questions, doubts, queries before jumping to the next one? Clear? No doubt? Very good. There are 2 reasons for not getting doubts. What are all the 2 reasons? One is understood everything. Second one, nothing understood. But the challenge is you can understand everything here. Everything you can understand here. The challenge will start after the training session is over. Correct? Tomorrow 4:30, after the training session is over, if you open the system, everything becomes blank. No other go. You have to practice. Anyway, I will give you the course material. I am sharing the video or anything. But after the training session is over, you have to practice it. Without practicing, that too, Power BI, practice it more frequently because updation is happening every month. That's one way it's advantage because you will get new feature. One way it's disadvantage. If you are not using it more frequent, sometimes you will get surprised. Sometimes you will get shocked also. I don't know who has came for the earlier session. There is something called as card. It was removed. We have to activate the card. Some feature may be removed also. But they will not do it drastically. They will do it gradually. They will indicate these are all the features. I will tell you how to see the preview feature also. Sorry, sir. You asked for something. Okay. Right. Now, what are we going to do is, I hope you have downloaded a particular file, exercise file. As of now, I'm collapsing this filter because I'm not going to use the filter now. So I want a bigger screen. So that's the reason I'm just collapsing this filter. And visualization data is required because using this only we are going to create a visual and the data, all your column names will be displayed. So that's I require. So I'm not collapsing it. It will be expanded. But this visualization, I have collapsed it, filter visualization. And I'm minimizing this Power BI. Today morning, I hope you would have received a Power BI exercise zip file. I hope everyone has unzipped it. Please do unzip it. You would have received this zip file. Correct? This zip file. Please unzip it. Because in the problem in the latest version of Windows is you can double click and open it also here. But while importing, there may be a problem. It may show you some read-only error. So please do unzip it. Right click and extract it, unzip it and extract all and put it in a particular folder. Please keep it in a particular folder. The folder is your wish. If you're changing the folder also, no problem. We can change the folders later. But put it in a particular folder. Extract all the files and put it in a particular folder where you may get this file. Forget about this zip file, which because I will delete that zip file without confusing. There will be some files here. There is a 03, there is a folder, 01 transaction data, 2, 4, 5, 6, there are some files available here. Okay, some Excel files, some CSV files, some text file, some folders. These are all the things which we are going to learn today and tomorrow, how to get to extract one file, multiple sheets, identical, non-identical, multiple files, identical, non-identical. Everything we'll see one by one. First, let us start with this first one, 01 transaction data. So this is the file which we are going to import it to Power BI and we are going to create a report based on this. Before importing it, let me open this and check how my file is. Just I will open this file. I'm just opening this file. It's an Excel file. Assume this data which we have downloaded from SAP, ERP, Oracle or some other source. I have this file. Transaction data set for the year of 2022 and 2025. And you can see there are some columns, invoice number, invoice date, region, state, city, and there are some columns available till net profit. Till column S, we have some data available. This data, we are going to put this data, we are going to load this data into Power BI and we are going to create a report based on this data. Okay. Could you tell me, is there any problem in this data or this data is 100% clean here? Or do you have any problem in this data? Yes, there are some blank cells. Where do you have the blank cells, sir? In K column, in payment mode, we have some blank cell. Very good, superb. Any other things? There are some blank rows. After 210, there are some blank rows. After 516, there are some blank rows. So there are some blank rows in between also. Okay, very good, superb. So these are all the things we are actually, as of now, we are seeing a problem here, but later we may see many problems like this. And normally in Excel, I want to see the last filled data. Where is my last filled data? I want to see where is my data ending. Where is my data ending? So there is a shortcut key available in Excel. Control End. In Excel, we have a shortcut key called as Control End. Some laptops you have to press Control Function End. There is a key called as End. Control End. If the end is available separately, you can press it. If the end is not available separately, some keyboards it may be available above F12, or it may be on the arrow mark above the arrow mark. So you have to press Control End. So I have pressed Control End. Unfortunately, my data is ending in some other column called as Y, but there is no data in Y, but still it's ending. I will tell you why it is ending here. We'll explore that later. And you can see where my data is ending is, my data is ending at row number 3339. So 3339 is where my data is ending. Please remember this. There is a reason behind it why I am asking you to remember. Please remember this data is ending at 3339. So we have more than 3000 rows available. My data is ending at 4241 is my invoice number. 3012 we have the data till the last year December. To go back to my main screen, control home, it will go to the first cell. Control home will go to the first cell. So just I checked my data. Before importing the data, please close this file. If the file is opened, sometimes if you are refreshing the data, if you are creating a report, it may show some read-only error. Not only in Power BI, every time when the file is linked with another file, when you are doing some activity, it may throw some error. So better to close this file. So we are going to close this file. I believe you know how to close an Excel file. How can I close an Excel file? Don't close it on the top. This will close the Excel application, but I want to close only the file. Control W. Control W is the shortcut key for closing a particular file. Don't close the entire application. I always recommend to close the Excel file, only that particular file, because I am going to use the Excel multiple times today. So don't close the entire Excel application. It may slow down your system speed. So better to close that particular file. So let me close the particular file. Control W. Yes, I have closed the file. No need to be saved because I didn't do any changes here. Nothing to be saved. So I will minimize this Excel. Now what are we going to do? Today and tomorrow, even if you come for the second level, third level, or any level of Excel training, we are going to do only 5 workflow here. 5 workflow. First one. First, what we are going to do it is we are going to get the data. After getting the data, we are going to transform the data. After transforming, we have to load the data. After loading it, in between we have one thing called as data modeling, but as of now we are not going to see the data modeling. We'll see that in the later part. After loading the data, then we are going to create a report based on the loaded data. Final one is we are going to get from where we can get the data. Now we are going to get the data from a Excel file. But where we can get the data, you can get the data from any data source in the world. If your data is in a tabular format, tabular means with the rows and columns. If your data is in rows and columns, you can get any data source. For example, you can get a text file, CSV file, website, online, picture. You can convert a photographs or a picture into a data also if it is in tabular format. If you have a table, If it is in a table, we can get it. So any data source in the world, if it is in a tabular format, okay. After getting the data, we have to clean up it. As he has told, there is some problem. We have seen there is some problem. There is some empty rows, empty cells. We have to clean up the data. We have to convert into proper data here. Then, for this, we are going to transform it. Where we are going to transform our data? We are going to transform our data using the tool called as Power Query. Cleaning up the data and transforming and make it as a proper data, combining the data, merging, appending, everything we are going to do under Power Query. After cleaning up the data, we are going to load it. Where are we going to load the data? We are going to load the data under Power BI Desktop. We are going to load the data into Power BI Desktop. After loading the data, we are going to create a report. Where are we going to create a report? Once again, we are going to create a report under Power BI Desktop. After creating a report, you are going to publish it. Publish. Where are we going to publish it? We are going to publish under Power BI Services. So that's the final thing, which at least one report we have to publish it by today evening. Today evening we have to publish one report at least by today evening. Okay. Get it, transform it, load it, report it, and publish it. We have an option available in Power BI. Get, and straight away you can load it. I don't know whether you are aware of it. As I told, Power BI has been just launched 10, 11 years before. 20 years before, there was a tool available equivalent to, or maybe the earlier tool before Power BI, there is a tool called as Tableau. I don't know how many are aware of it. There was a tool, still it is there, Tableau. But Tableau was not that much successful equivalent to Power BI. The reason is it doesn't have an option of transforming. We have to clean up our data and we have to load it into Tableau. That's a problem in Tableau. That's why it's not popular. But the Power BI has become very popular because of this tool called as Power Query of transforming the data. We have an option straight away you can get and load also. There is an option of getting and loading, but my recommendation is always go with the hierarchy. Get it, transform it and load it, because in transform we have a tool available to check your column quality. Whether your column is perfect or there is any problem, it will highlight it. If there is any problem, green, red, gray, it will highlight it. There is a specific tool available to check your column quality. So I suggest always get it, transform it and load it. Don't straight away load it. Could you tell me, out of this 5, where are we going to spend more time on this in this next 2 days? Whether getting, transforming, loading or reporting or publishing? Perfect. Probably we are going to spend more time out of this. I can say 40% we are going to spend the time on transforming. Maybe 30% I can say we are going to spend the time on reporting. Publishing maybe 20% and getting and loading maybe 5%. That's all. Getting, loading is very simple. So transfer, loading also we have some option, but that's very simple. So as you rightly indicated, we are going to spend more time on transforming. Maybe the next to transform, we are going to spend next time on reporting. So first we'll start with okay. So we'll get the data and then we'll do at least we'll start one process before the break. We'll get the data. So open Power BI. Open this Power BI, Microsoft Power BI Desktop. So we are going to get the data. Now we have, there are 5, 6, 7 methods available, but as of now, when you see the screen, we have 3 methods of getting the data. Method number 1, file. When you go to this file, under file, you can see there is an option available, get data. So click on that file. Under file, you can see get data. When you click on get data, the popularly most commonly used databases will be listed here. Most commonly used databases: Excel workbook, Power BI semantic model, data flow, SQL. Someone has asked for SQL, Azure, text, CSV, web, OData, online data. but still I'm not able to find my data source. For example, SAP or some other. Can I connect it to some other data source? Yes, you can see there is an option called as get data to get started. So click here. Almost all the data sources in the world, will be displayed here. So you can scroll down and you can find it here. If you are not able to find it, for example, someone has told I want to use the SAP tool. So just go here and you can type SAP. Yes, the SAP tool is available here. So you can connect it through any databases here, any data source. But as I indicated, for getting SAP or SQL, you need a username password for it. So if I click on connect,
If
it
you're
will.
using some specific apps or something like that, from that, how we can get
Apps means
our CS, we have some
no,
applications.
whatever the apps you use, the data source will be different. Either it will be stored in SQL, Oracle. Apps is a front end. But for that, the data will be stored in some other. Whatever you are seeing is your front end. Any software is a front end. But your data will be in some other location like SQL, Oracle, even sometimes Excel, CSV. So you can connect it to that. You cannot connect it to apps. But if you open a website, for example, if share market and the website, if that website is having some table format, then you can connect that website. So go to file and you can go to the get data and you can see get data source, where we can see there is an option called as web or online data also. That web link you can type it here, web. So if we connect it through the web, that web ID, that link HTTP, we can give that HTTP ID also. App.
Or if we are using some apps and all, then we have to reach to our IT team. And then
That's a better way to go. Because if everyone can access your data source, then there is a problem. Your data can be very easily hacked. So IT, they will not give you 99%, they will not give you the permission to access it. That's better, I think.
it
So.
should not be.
Any portals? We are using some portals.
Share. I think you are using SharePoint.
Portals.
That's what I said. If you have that link, you can put the link here. Go to website and that HTTP, you will have some link, right? That link you can copy and paste. You can try that. Not now, we can try that. But it should be in the table format. Columns and rows. Then you will get connected. So the first method to get the data is go to file, get data, and you can see the data source and get data from here. That's the first method. Second method, home tab. On the home tab, there is an option available here, get data. Get data, get Excel workbook, get OneLake. I think Microsoft is working on it. I think your team, Daimler team also has started using it. I've seen when people came for Power App and Power Automate training, they have started using OneLake. So you may have, as you are told, you have multiple data source. So Excel, Oracle, SQL, multiple data source. Due to security reason, they are not sharing that link. But Microsoft has created OneLake, which will have a mirror image of your data source, database. It will have a mirror image of your database. You can connect it through the OneLake. Your original data will not get disturbed. I think Microsoft is working on it. Even your team, Daimler team is working on it. I have heard that 3-4 months before, people have started using this OneLake also. Near future, you can connect through OneLake to SQL also. Not straight away to SQL. You can have OneLake, which is a replica of your source data. Your source data will not get disturbed. It will have a mirror image as a OneLake format. So future you will be using it. As of now, you cannot use this OneLake. Second method to get your data source. Third method, get data from other source. This is the third method. So method number one, go to file and go to this get data. Second method, home tab, get data. Third method, get data from data source. Three methods. Out of the three methods, I recommend, which I suggest is second one. Because this third one is temporary. It may not be visible all time. After inserting some visual, this will go off. It may not be visible. So, but this will be permanently visible here, and recently used data sources and frequently used data sources are also available here. That's why I recommend to go with home tab. Your wish. You can click on this or you can go to file and get data, but my recommendation is home tab, get data. And we have option available here. If you are using Excel more frequently, there is straight away button available Excel workbook. Or you can go to get data. Excel workbook is available here also. Or you can go to more. Once again, the more option is available. All the data sources will be available here. Since we are going to get it from Excel, so let us go with this home, Excel workbook. And I recommend everyone to please practice along with me. As I told, any questions, doubt, whatever I'm seeing it on the screen, if you are not seeing it on your screen, stop me, ask me there itself. Okay, so get data, 01 transaction data. I think I selected the right folder. Yes, I selected that folder. I select this file, 01 transaction data. That's my file name. I browsed and I found that file and click on open here. So go to home tab, get data from Excel workbook. We have browsed and we have found that file and we are just opening that file. It goes to the navigator screen. Under navigator screen, when you go to that navigator screen on the top, there are two options available here. One is your file name. Below the file name, this is your sheet name. Since we have only one sheet is displayed. When you're getting from Excel, that's not sheet, that will be in a table format. You will have multiple tables. Since we are using Excel, that will be a sheet. If we have multiple sheets, even the multiple sheets will be displayed here. We'll see how to work with multiple sheets later. As of now, we'll go with one sheet. And there is one more option available here on the bottom, suggested table. Power BI is suggesting some table. It is suggesting some table here. But I recommend not to do this. The reason is, for example, in the original source table, assume this is my original source table. In this, I am working with this original source table. Assume that I have filtered this table. For example, I have filtered a particular region and I saved it and closed it. So now what Power BI will think is, since we have filtered only a south region, it may think that they want only the data of south region. Only the south region data will be loaded here. And suppose I take a printout of this file. The original file, I took a printout. I have 20 pages. I took a printout of only first 5 pages. So I arranged the page setup and I took a printout of 5 pages. So what Power BI will think is, since they have took a printout of only 5 pages, they need only 5 pages for their data. So it will show you only that 5 pages. So that's a problem here. So I recommend not to do this because I want the entire data set. I want the total data set. Here I can filter and I can change whatever I want. So better not to do this. Better to go with this. Okay? Understood? No problem. It will get the entire data set. Even if you filter, sorted, printed, whatever it is, this will get the entire data set. But unfortunately, the bottom will give you only the filtered data. That's a problem. Always, as I told AI or whatever, 100% it will not give you the right suggestion. You have to decide which is the best suggestion. So every time don't use the suggested one. Here, don't use the suggested one. I have to go for the first one. And you can see there are 3 options available here. Load, transform, cancel. But load and transform is graded out. The reason why it's graded out is because I didn't select any table. You should have selected some table. So let me click here. Still it's not selected. Just I clicked and I see it only the preview. If you want to select, you have to go to the checkbox. Then only it means it gets selected. Checkbox. Now you can see that load and transform is activated. Tell me 3 options: load, transform and cancel. Which has to be used here? Normally, whenever I see a menu like this, we will never read it. We will say okay and we will come out of it. But please read it. Okay, we have 3 options: load, transform and cancel. So I recommend to go with transform. So could you tell me if I transform, where it will land? It will go to Power Query. Very good. If I click on load, it goes to Power BI. Very good. But after loading, if there is some problem, it will throw an error. Once again, you have to come back to Power Query to clean up the error. So better always follow the hierarchy. Go with the transform, then load it. That's always better. Even though if you see the no problem on your data here, there is some problem. You can see there is some nulls. It's not working properly. There are some empty rows and empty columns. We have to clean up it. But still, if you are seeing 100% clear also, my recommendation, my suggestion is transform and then load it. Okay, so let us click on transform. Yes. Now it has landed into Power Query now. You can see the Power Query editor. So this is my Power Query editor. So we are going to spend more time on this Power Query editor. Power Query editor is a very, very, very important tool. We have to spend some time, maybe only once in your lifetime to this data. Only once in your lifetime to this data. After this, everything will get updated automatically. So we have to spend some time on this. We'll work on it. We'll spend some time. It's not a separate software. It's inbuilt along with the Power BI. When you go to the Power BI icon and I place the cursor, you can see it shows two windows on the same icon. One is your Power BI desktop. Another one is your Power BI data. It's the same application. It has opened on the background. Now you cannot go to Power BI and create a report. You cannot go to Power BI and create a report. After cleaning up, after loading only, then you can go to Power BI and create a report. So we have to clean up it and we have to load this and then we have to create a report. So we have finished one process, that is get. That's all. Next we have to transform, load and report. So until now, clear? Because if I start transforming, it has to be completed. So I don't want to disturb in between. So don't do anything. Don't do anything. But don't save or don't do anything. As of now, you can minimize everything. Please minimize it. We'll go for a break. After the break, we'll restart with how to transform. We have did only one process of getting. We have to load and we have, by today evening, at least one report we have to publish. At least one report because we'll spend some time on it. So I'm going to stop the recording now. Just